I'm here with Joanna Montgomery. She's the CEO and founder of Little Riot. Little Riot is a company that produces human-centric technology products. Hi, Joanna. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're very keen to find out about your entrepreneurial journey and why you decided to take this route. So give us some insight into what Little Riot is about.
So Little Riot is an interaction design company, and we aim to facilitate human connection in situations where it's not usually possible.
Right.
So we sell a product called Pillow Talk, which connects two people that can't be in the same place at the same time using their heartbeats.
Yes.
And we also work with a couple of children's hospitals.
Yes.
I think my journey started back when I was at university. I studied interaction design, and when I started the course, it was a really exciting time for technology. And the first iPhone had just come out, and people loved, the gesture of how the phone unlocked, and everybody thought that the smartphone was the future.
Yes.
And I kind of thought, well, this is cool and all, but what's our world going to look like in 5 or 10 years when today's children have grown up face down in these devices, and we're literally carrying tiny supercomputers around in our pockets.
Yes.
So I was particularly interested in how we engage with technology as humans and how we connect with the people that we love through technology.
Yes. It's very interesting because you mentioned Pillow Talk, which I know is a product that connects couples over long distances. Yeah. Give us more insight into what that's about and actually how it works.
So the product consists of each person has a wristband that they wear to bed at night and a little sort of flat speaker that you put underneath your pillow. And the wristband picks up your heartbeat and it sends the sound and the feeling of your heartbeat to another person. So if you're away from your partner or your child, you can lie in bed and feel close to them.
Wow. That is, it reaches into the sort of romantic side of me. Even though I'm married and I don't have a long distance relationship, it's something that I want to go out and buy. I know you've extenuated your propositions to children, working with children in hospitals and sort of somehow coming over that long distance between children who are hospitalized and parents. Can you give us a bit more insight into that and how that happened? Was it something that you thought of, or were you approached? It is very endearing.
So the aim of the company always was to use technology in more positive ways and more human ways.
Yes.
I think with our smartphones, we all think we're super connected, but we're actually becoming very disconnected from each other as humans. So that was always what we set out to do. And with the children's hospitals, we were lucky in that they came to us.
Yes.
So the hospital we were running a pilot with came to us and said they had this research that it's well known that mothers and children often bond from skin-to-skin contact or from hearing, from a child hearing a mother's heartbeat. So it was a really nice use of the technology. It meant we were able to send a parent's heartbeat into a premature baby or a child that's too sick to be picked up and held by their parents.
Yes, and then being a mother myself, myself, I can wholly relate. I know when you have a child, that those first few months are very pivotal for development. It's mental development, mental stability. So this is an area that is not only, obviously it's a very good business proposition, but it's also born out of necessity. And it's fascinating that you've somehow managed to create a technology business around basic human wants, human need for interaction, and it is awesome. I can't say how much it is. We've read about it and we've researched it, and it's an area we want to explore more. Just learn about more. We know that you're dealing with Pillow Talk at the moment. You're working with hospitals. Are there any other propositions in the pipeline for what you do?
We've been quite lucky in that so far a lot of the stuff's come to us.
Yes.
The consumer product is bought mainly by couples in long distance relationships and military families.
Yes.
So it's naturally quite viral. It's quite press friendly. It gets quite a lot of attention.
Yes.
The children's hospitals came to us. We were quite open to any opportunities that come our way in terms of exploring other areas we can enhance human connection within.
Yes. And you're a female, you're at the helm of a technology company. This is not just a company that is, putting forward an idea. You actually are making tech products. How has that, being female within the tech world, how's that perceived by, potential investors or I'll be honest, men? How have you? What's your experience thus far?
It's a funny one. Being female, I'm across two broadly male industries: the technology industry, obviously, and then I think the business world in general is very male orientated. So it's definitely challenging at times.
Yes.
Some highlights include being asked if I'm the secretary or the PA along the way, which is always a bit frustrating.
I'm just awesome.
Yeah, it's just, I just built the whole thing, don't mind me.
Yes.
I think the thing that sometimes catches people out is they don't realise I have a technical background, and they don't know how much I know about my product, and I've been integral in every step of the way.
Yes.
So sometimes people think, oh, she just had an idea and someone else built it, whereas actually I've played a part in the whole process.
Yes, and I think people don't realise how hard it is to build a company, yet much a real technology company. I can only imagine how difficult that was, staying ahead of the game and the innovation that comes with it. With regards to funding, have you reached out for funding? Are you guys looking, or have you secured funding before?
We've had a couple of rounds of investment so far.
Yes.
So.
And how have you found that, again, being female? And the reason why I ask this question, a lot of female founders that I have spoken to, they may not have had funding, received funding, or are having difficulties actually getting that access to capital to launch their businesses. What's your journey been thus far? Has it been easy? Has it been,
It's been okay.
Yes.
All things considered, I have spoken to other women who have had a much more difficult time. So perhaps I've been lucky. There's been the odd anomaly, such as the one investor who said he would invest in my company as long as I replaced myself as CEO with a man, because everybody knows men are better at running businesses than women.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I won't ask what your retort was.
No, it's not safe for camera.
Right, and we know you've got other tricks up your sleeve. You're a sportswoman. Tell us a bit more about that.
I guess you're alluding to the fact that I was Britain's Strongest Woman 2017.
We officially have Britain's Strongest Women in the house. Again, you probably get this question probably a lot from guys. What's the heaviest weight you've lifted?
I think the heaviest weight I've ever picked up and moved is about 220 kilograms.
Wow. Okay. And you've moved for how far?
I've picked that up on my back and walked about 10 meters with it.
Oh my. So that is commendable. And do you find men get intimidated by the fact that you were 2017?
Sometimes, but if a man's intimidated by a strong woman, then you don't really want him around, do you?
Of course not. I can resonate with that. It's been awesome talking to you. We've learned so much about Pillow Talk and also about Little Riots, and we are very, very much enamoured to want to know more about your offering. I certainly know I'm going to go out and get a Pillow Talk product. I just want to see what it's like when my husband goes away on business trips, and I want to see how it actually works. Thank you so much for coming in today. And
Thank you.
It's been an awesome journey just speaking to you, learning about your entrepreneurial journey thus far. It's very commendable. Thank you. And that was Joanna Montgomery, the CEO and founder of Little Riots, a company that produces technology products for human interaction.